Well, hello everybody, Debbie here from Easy Piano Styles, and I'm going to show you a great voicings, a couple of voicings. First of all, you've probably heard of the 2-5-1 progression. What that means is you take whatever key a song is in, say the song's in the key of C, the 2 chord would be a D minor chord, right? Make it a 7th. The 5 chord would be a G chord, or G7. I like to put 7ths on. There we have it, G7. And then finally, the 1 chord would be the C chord, right? Alright, so we have the 2, 7, 5, which I'm going to show you up here, 5, 7, and then the 1 chord, which is a C. This 2-5-1 progression is all over the place in songs. And if you learn that 2-5-1 progression around the circle of fifths, then it's going to really help you to play music because you'll see these 2-5-1 progressions all over the place. And I'm going to show you a very interesting voicing for this 2-5-1. So in 2-5-1, like I said, we have the D minor chord. I'm going to play the D in the left hand down here. Now I'm just going to make sure that you can see that on the camera. It looks like you can. So there we have our D, and the right hand is going to play the D minor. And what we're going to do is look at what the third is of a D minor chord. The third is an F. So instead of playing a D minor chord in the right hand, we're going to start on an F, and we're going to play a major 7th chord, which would be F, A, excuse me, F, A, C, and then an E on top. So it's a major chord built on the third of the D minor. I'm going to put it a 7th on top. A major 7th on top. Then, that's the 2 chord in the key of C. The 5 chord, remember, is a G7, and all we have to do to get to the 5 chord, which is the G7, go up to the G in the left hand, and all we have to do is move our middle finger down a half a step. Voila, listen to this beautiful sound. Isn't that neat? That's a G7 chord, except in the right hand we have the 7th, we actually have the 9th, we have the 3rd, and we have something called a 13th on top. It's a beautiful sound. It's not your standard G7 chord, which is why I like it so much. And then we're back to the 1 chord. The 1 chord is the C chord. And the little rule here, or the little formula here, is we keep the 3rd finger down and we move the other fingers down 1 note. Like that. So we're keeping the B and we're moving all these down. So we've got the D minor as a review. D minor chord, we're working a major 7th out of the 3rd of the D minor, which is F major 7. For the G7, we're just dropping the middle finger to the B, half step, and then we're moving all the other fingers down to get to the C major. Let's do this in the key of F. So what's the 2-5-1 in the key of F? The 2-5-1 is the G minor, C7, and 1, which is F. Alright, so for the 2 chord, we're going to take the G minor, do it down here. The 2 chord is the G minor 7th. We're going to take the middle note, which is the B flat, of a G minor 7th, and we're going to build a major 7th chord out of it, which would be this. Right? Already that's pretty. And then the 5-7 was the C, so I move my middle finger down a half step. Right? And then the 1 chord is the F, so we're going to move everything down except for the 3rd finger. That stays down there, and we've got our F major 9. So we go around the circle of fifths. Now let me apply this for the song Long Ago and Far Away. We have an F. Here's our G minor. So what are we going to do with the G minor? We're going to play the B flat and then a major 7th. And then we have the C7. There's a 2-5-1. And there's our 1. So right off the bat in this song we have a 1, we have a chord in between the 6, we won't talk about that now, and then the 2-5. When it goes, I dreamed a dream one day, that is, again, G minor, C7, which is and here it is again. Here it is again, the 2-5-1, 7. See, all I had to do is to move my middle finger down, right? And so you get all these neat alterations of the chord without, the standard triad. It's really beautiful, and you don't have to move your fingers around that much, so it's very smooth voice leading. So give that a try, and we'll talk next week. Have a great day. Bye.